Hello, we are live. It is Joanne Musa, the Tax Lien Lady. This is Ask the Tax Lien Lady Live, where you could get your questions about investing in tax liens and tax deeds answered. Let me know as you get here. Just type in the comments and let me know where you're coming in from. And let me know your question. Just type in your questions. And Nicole will be here with us today. And Nicole, Nicole's here. Hi, Nicole. Did we have any questions today ahead of time, Nicole? Let me know if we do and put it in. And next week, we are going to be off next week between Christmas and New Year's. I'm taking that week off. So we won't be here next week, but I will see you the week after. Same time, same bat channel, same place, right? All right. So as you get here, just let me know, just say hello. Let me know where you're from, where you're coming in from, and what your question is, and I'll be happy to answer it for you. I haven't gotten any questions ahead of time. Nicole's checking now to see if there were any submitted. But I do have a couple of announcements. And one is that Wednesday at 2:00, I do my group coaching call for the Tax Lien Profits Accelerator. And tomorrow, normally they're the third Wednesday of the month, but last week we had some technical difficulties, so we moved it to this week, okay? And I'm going to be demoing some new software that members will have access to. That is really, really good. It really helps you identify what tax sales you want to go to and identify what properties you want to bid on, and helps you do the due diligence. You could get so many property reports a month and so many lists a month with this. So it's really a benefit to the Tax Lien Profits Accelerator members, and I wanted to demo it for them tomorrow. But because this is the last member coaching call of the year, I want to invite everybody to this member call so that you guys can see what you're missing if you're not in the Tax Lien Profits Accelerator. Okay. I want you to see, and that's only one of the benefits that we have, is that monthly coaching call. They also get access to wealth building webinars every month, and they get a one-on-one session with me to get started in the right place. They get, there's so many things that they get. All the workshops that we do, they get access to. Plus the last 10 years of trainings that we've done. So it's just an incredible, and some of my courses. So it's just an incredible value. And I want you guys to just see that one benefit is the member coaching call. So if you'd like to register for that coaching call tomorrow, Nicole, can you put that registration link in the comments for everybody? And come on, you guys, say hello. Let me know who's here so I know who I'm talking to today, okay? Because I can see that there are people here. It's telling me how many people are here, but it's not telling me who it is. So unless you guys say hello, I don't know who's here. So say hello and let me know where you're from, where you're coming in from, so that I could best answer your question. And of course, give me your questions. Now, the other thing that I want to tell you about that I'm really, really excited about. Hi, Peter. Good to have you back again. The other thing that I'm really excited about is we're doing an Investing for Success. It's not my first conference. I've done live conferences before, one-day conferences, but this is my first virtual one-day conference. And it's not just about tax lien investing. The name of the conference is Investing for Success. It's on January 6th. And you really want to save that date because you get to come free for the whole day. And it's on a Wednesday. It starts at 11 a.m. and goes to 5 p.m. And I will be interviewing 9 other experts on how to make money, how to manage your money, how to have peace of mind around your money, your investments, and your retirement. Okay. So we're going to have a couple of self-directed IRA experts. We're going to have some different investing experts. We've got a note guy who invests in a lot of states. We've got a real estate guy whose specialty is apartments. We've got some women that I'm really excited about on managing your money, making your money from home, and spirituality and money. So there's a whole bunch of really good stuff. And plus me, somebody will be interviewing me as well, but there'll be 10 experts that you guys will have access to. And guess what? A lot of them are giving some valuable stuff away. So you're going to want to be there. All right. It's free to come. Now, I will be selling the replays. You can get lifetime access to the recordings. And if you do purchase them, a certain percentage of that is going to go to a charity that I'm sponsoring. Okay. And hi, Eric. John, good to see you. You're in Southeast Michigan, is that right? And Tom from New Jersey. Hello. It's good to see somebody from New Jersey since I'm in Pennsylvania now, but I lived most of my life in New Jersey, and I'm still not far from there. I'm 15 minutes away from New Jersey. The coaching call tomorrow is at 2:00. Peter, it's the same time as this. And Nicole, Nicole put the link in the registration link for that. So when you go to the registration link and you register, it will also it should tell you the time. Okay. And hello, Sonia from Orlando. Good to see you here, Sonia. Okay, and Nicole, could you put the registration link in there for the Investing for Success conference? It's kind of a long link. I know. If you could find it. And she just put the link again in for the registration link for tomorrow's webinar. But she is... she can put in the link for the conference too, the January 6th conference for you guys. So you could register for that. Okay. So any questions? And thank you guys for the likes and the loves. I see one love now. The hearts. Thank you. And let me know, okay, what questions do we have? Come on, I know you guys got to have questions about investing in tax liens or tax deeds, or you wouldn't be here right now, right? If you didn't have questions that you wanted me to answer. By the way, so we have that member training tomorrow, the member coaching call. And then on Thursday, I'm doing another Facebook Live. And that Facebook Live, we have a group called in our Investing for Success private Facebook group. And we have over 300 people in that private Facebook group, right? So if you're not a member of that group, you can you also put in there, Nicole? And thank you, Nicole, for putting in the link, the registration link for the January 6th conference. Can you also put in, and more information, by the way, guys, will be coming out about that conference soon, probably not until after Christmas. So next week, we'll get some more information about that. I'll get it out to you. If you're on my list, so make sure you get on my list, right? If you're not on my email list, the best way to get there is to just sign up for something free, so you won't get it by registering for tomorrow's webinar, because that's on Zoom. You'll be registering on Zoom. You won't be registering directly with me. But if you go to my website, if you go to taxlienlady.com, there is a free special report that you could sign up for if you didn't get it already, and then you'll be on my list. And then you'll get all the information as we get more information about the conference that's coming up. When is the auction day coming up 2021? Eric, I don't know what you mean. What auction day? If you mean tax lien and tax deeds auctions, it depends on which. There's a lot of them. There's a whole bunch of them coming up. And I'm going to demonstrate tomorrow how to find out where they are. Okay, and Nicole just put in a link for you guys to go over to the investing for when we're not now. Okay, you don't want to leave here now, but when we're done with this Facebook Live and you want to get in on Thursday's Facebook Live, it's in a private group, Investing for Success. So you could go over there, and you have to ask to join because it's a private group. So you can't see anything there unless you're a member. It's free to be a member, but you do have to answer some questions before we let you in. We have to make sure that you actually want to learn about tax liens and tax deeds. And that's actually something that you want to do, and that you're not just a robot or somebody that just wants to come and solicit people that are in the group. Okay. And then you'll also have to agree to the terms. So I believe there's 3 questions, and then the fourth one, there's a fourth question that is basically asking you to agree to the terms of use, which just means that you're going to be nice and you're not going to try to sell something, and the normal sort of thing. Okay, and as long as you do that, we let you in. As a matter of fact, I just let 2 people in a few minutes before we did this, because I don't want them to miss what's coming up on Thursday in there. Okay, so we still don't have any questions yet. Okay, the tax sales that were canceled for 2020, would they be scheduled in 2021 separate from the regular 21 or combined? And that just depends on where they are. And so tomorrow I'll be showing how you could find out about them. And and which state. Like here in Pennsylvania, what happened in Pennsylvania is they would schedule the sales every month and then reschedule, cancel and reschedule, postpone, cancel and reschedule for the next month. And they kept doing that. And I think now they're scheduled for February, whether they're going to have them that, I don't know. And what I'm talking about is Philadelphia, because they have redeemable deed sales and they're live. Okay. And most of Pennsylvania has live sales. They're deed sales, though, but they're live. And some counties have done that. They keep postponing them. Some counties have had them. And Montgomery County has done theirs online. So they did have theirs. They did it online. So it just, even in the same state, it could be different in different counties. So it just depends. There will be stuff going on in 2021. There is stuff going on now in some states. It just depends, Here in the Northeast, New York, New Jersey, and Pennsylvania are pretty closed. Pennsylvania has closed stuff down right now. New Jersey is going to follow, I heard, and New York probably also this week because of the holidays. They don't want people getting together for the holidays. All right. After the holidays are over, you're probably going to see things lighten up a little bit. Okay. And you might see these, some of these tax sales happen. They had these live tax sales in New Jersey. A lot of those places had them. Okay. And some, went online. Some of the bigger ones went online, and the smaller towns had them when New Jersey was not locked down. They're about to go into lockdown again. Delaware County, PA has canceled their 2020 tax sale. Yeah. And like I said, every county in PA is different. So what they've been doing, the ones that have had their sales, is and again, it's different. Some will have them combined, and some will have them on different days. And it's really in Pennsylvania, what happens is there's an upset sale and a judicial sale. So normally it's, I think normally it's the upset sale. Well, it's the upset sale that happens first, and then a few months later, the judicial sale. And I think the upset sale is normally in the fall, but I forget which one's in the fall, which one's normally in the spring. But what will happen is that they may, depending on the county, they may have them both on the same day, one in the afternoon, one in the morning. They may have them on different days. They may have them on different months. They may, but they do have to separate the upset from the judicial. Okay, even if they do it on the same day, they probably won't do it at the same time. They might have one in the morning, one in the afternoon, something like that, or one starting at one time, one starting at another. Okay. Okay, and Eric, I still don't know what you mean, what you were referring to by auction day coming up in 2021. Were you talking about tax sale auctions? And again, which state? And did what I replied to Ka is the name that I see here. So I don't know who that is. But when I replied to, he was asking about the sales in Pennsylvania. So did that answer your question, Eric, or do you have a different question? And when you talk about foreclosures, also, I don't know what you mean. Are you talking about deed foreclosures, deed sales, which are, tax foreclosed properties? And which state are you talking? It really helps me, guys, when you tell me which state you're in, because I don't know how to answer your questions. Oh, okay, that's Tom. All right, Tom. And you're in New Jersey, right? Okay. And sales are going on in New Jersey. Some of them are live, some of them are online. They will be the ones that are scheduled live, though, for now. See, December is the biggest month in New Jersey. Biggest month in New Jersey. All right. So, Eric, you were talking about PA also, so I answered your question. All right. Anything else? We've got more people on now, too. So you guys that have just come on recently in the last few minutes, let me know, say hello, let me know where you're from. And give me your questions, because that's why I'm here, to answer your questions. I will not be here next week, okay? I am taking off between Christmas and New Year's. But I've got plenty to do this week. We've got a member training I'll be doing tomorrow that everybody's invited to, and Nicole has put the registration link in for you. And we've got another Facebook Live in our Investing for Success group that Nicole has also put the link in that for you. That's a private group. Anybody can join. You just have to answer some questions. And if you don't agree to the last question, which is agreeing to the terms to use the group, then we won't let you in. So just because some people answer the questions and they don't answer that one. And we just don't let them in if they don't. So just to let you know, if you want to get in, you gotta answer that question. Hey, Tawana, good to have you on the call. Hello, Claudia. Okay, how's the weather down there in Maryland and in Florida? I've got snow outside my window, my front and my back. My whole yard is covered in snow. Okay, and I don't think there's there's no tax sales now going on in Maryland. There was one scheduled for this month. I think it would have happened already. I'm sorry, that was Delaware, not Maryland. No, some of the sales in Maryland were canceled until next year. Some of them went on because some of them are online. Florida, all those tax sales went on. Many of them, almost all the lien sales were online in May and June, and they went on. Some of them were a couple weeks later, but they did have those lien sales, and the deed sales are now going on as well in Florida. Yeah, Florida is Florida is not affected so much by COVID as the Northeast. The Southeast is not quite so bad. You guys have a Republican governor, so not so bad down there as it is up here. You know, our governors have to make it tough for businesses. Okay. Oh, hi, Marilyn. Oh, okay, from Atlanta, Georgia. Yeah, I used to visit Atlanta a lot, and now with COVID, I haven't. I haven't been there in over a year. And I do like Georgia. I particularly like Flowery Branch in Hall County, Georgia. And Ringgold. I have a friend who lives in Ringgold, Georgia, right over the Tennessee border. Oh, okay. And we do have a question that came in from YouTube from Nelson. He asked, do you think 2021 is going to be a good year for tax liens because of the mortgage forbearances? I do think we are going to have more liens, but I don't know when. Originally, we did have more deeds in 2020, but not more liens. And we were thinking that probably in the spring of 2021, we'd have more liens. But things keep getting pushed off. So I'm not sure actually when we're going to see them, but I do expect more. And I think it'd be more, not so much more liens, but more deeds, because when you're talking about mortgage forbearance, that means people get more time to pay their mortgages, to make those payments. So that's not really going to affect the liens and deeds, the mortgage forbearances. That's going to affect the sheriff sales, which is something totally different. So that's really not going to have that part of it is not going to have anything to do with whether we see more liens or more deeds. I think the reason that we're going to see more in 2021 is because many of these counties and municipalities have been closed. And once they're open, they're going to schedule their sales, and then we're going to see more, more liens and deeds. Okay. Tom is asking, is an accelerated online tax sale means the same as a tax lien sale? No. It is a tax lien sale, but what an accelerated sale, it means that they're selling this year's taxes, not last year's taxes. Most tax sales in New Jersey, they're going to be selling last year's taxes. But what happens is that some towns are on a fiscal year and some are on a calendar year. And once they decide to have an accelerated tax sale, they pretty much have to do that every year, because otherwise they'd have to wait a whole nother year to have a tax sale. See, if you go to a tax sale right now, most of the time they're going to be selling in a regular tax sale, they're selling last year's taxes, right? They're selling taxes from 2019. People that didn't pay their 2019 taxes is what they're selling in a tax lien sale in New Jersey. But in an accelerated sale, they're selling 2020 taxes. Okay. They should have been all paid by by November 1st. And whatever's not paid now is considered delinquent. And yes, they can turn around and sell it in a tax sale. That's an accelerated tax sale. So, Tom, I hope that answers your question about that. Okay. Yeah, Peter, no politics. But that's just an observation. If you notice which governors, think about it, which governors are shutting down and which governors aren't. I think you'll find there's a correlation there. No judgment as to whether it's good or not. Okay. Any other questions? Any other questions? I'm not saying, let's see, it's 2:26. So I do have time for more questions. And we're not going to be here next week, so get them out now. I know you like obscure counties. Okay, Joe. Hi, Joe. Good to see you here. I wouldn't call them obscure counties. These are you talking about the counties that I mentioned in Georgia? Those are places that I've been to that I know people in. That's why I like them. Okay. And in New Jersey, I like the towns that are near me and are kind of out of the way. So maybe not obscure, but I do like out of the way places that are not real popular. And you can figure out why, right? They're less competitive, maybe, right? Okay. Question from Tom. How do you handle doing research in a homeowner association when you cannot enter the HOA property? Yeah, good question. And that's why I stay away from properties that are in private communities that I can't go in, except in some areas. Like if I know the area well, I kind of know it's a good property if it's in that association, right? I kind of know it's good. And if you have a realtor friend who can get you in, or you know somebody in there, if you could get in, if I could get in, I do. But a lot of times you can't. Sometimes you could walk in. You might not be able to drive in. You might be able to walk in. But yeah, you do want to look at the properties. Now, there's places here in Pennsylvania, though, that I will not buy because they're gated communities. And I just don't want to be in there because it's a problem to buy or sell, because in these gated, it depends on the community, but some of these gated communities, people can't come in unless somebody who lives there lets them in, gives them an invite. They have to call it down to the gate. And I stay away from those communities because I really don't want to own property in there. It's hard to sell because of that. Oh yeah, Joe says he's talked his way in by talking to the guard. Yeah, you could do that sometimes. It depends on it depends. I mean, if it's a nice area, like I said, if it's there's some places in New Jersey that I just know are good. I don't have to go in and look. And if I could see it if I could see an aerial view, I know that it's good. And no, you don't know just by the address, you know by the assessment. In New Jersey, if it's a condo, for instance, it'll have a what do they call that? There's a special code that they have if it's a condo, or if it's a farm. It's they have block, lot, and qualifier. So it's the qualifier. Okay. And the only way, and that's only if it's a condo, and you still don't know if it's a gated community or not. The only way I know if it's a gated community is by driving by it. Okay. But it's the assessment that tells me if it's a townhouse or a condo, or whether it's in a community or not. Okay, and if there's an HOA. The other way to tell if there's an HOA, if the property has been for sale and it's been listed, you might be able to find it on Zillow. Okay, or on realtor.com. Or if you're a realtor, on the MLS. If it's listed and it's on the MLS, it should say whether it's in a community or not, what the community dues are. Okay. And Joe is asking where I like now. What places I like now. I like certain places in New Jersey. I like certain places in Indiana. Like I said, I like certain places in Georgia and Texas. I haven't been there lately, though. I haven't been to any tax sales with everything that's going on. And I haven't even been to the online sales because I don't like the online sales much. I've been checking them out, though. I've been checking out sales in Florida. I've been checking out, and there's places in Florida, there's counties in Florida I like too, by the way, for deed sales. I've been checking them out. And how do I, and here's how I find the places I like. It's not rocket science. I just know somebody that lives there, so I've been there and I like it. That's for some of them. And when I'm working with a client, a coaching client, because I do tax lien investing coaching for people to help take them by the hand and help them know where to go, is we take a look at the past sales. That's one way. Another way is we take a look at the demographics. We want to know where are the best places to live in that county. Okay. Where do you register for the online sales? It depends on what state. Arnaldo, hello. Thanks for being here. For tax deed sale, buy and flip, how do we budget for repairs without being able to see the inside? Good question. Well, after you've done a couple of flips in the area, you kind of give it a worst case scenario. For instance, if I was buying deeds here in PA where I've done a couple of flips, I know what usually has to be done and I know what the costs are. So I just use a worst case scenario. If it's a vacant property, you might be able to, peek in the windows or look inside, and then you can kind of guess. But I would always assume that you're going to have water damage, pipe damage, plumbing repairs. Okay. Then once the plumbing repairs are done, you got to repair the walls. I would always assume that you're going to replace floors, paint, kitchen appliances, update bathrooms in the kitchen. So you just figure out, what what that would be. And then if you get into a place that really doesn't need all that, you're lucky. All right. If it's occupied, then you might not. I would still figure updating, flooring and paint. But if it's occupied, you might not need the plumber. Okay. And also, I know where it's great if you know the area. That's why I always suggest that you invest in your own backyard. Like, I know the houses around here, the decks are probably not to code and they'll need to be fixed. I know that. So it depends on your area. And where do you register for the online sales? PA. Okay, Arnaldo. First of all, there are not too many online. There are none in PA, only except for Montgomery County. There might be other counties that go online, but right now Montgomery County is the only one who has. They only have a deed sale twice a year. They've already had one. So I don't know when they're going to have their next one. But tomorrow, in my coaching call for members, I will be doing a demo on how to find out what tax sales are coming up around the country and how to get the information on the properties. All right. So, and Nicole has put the link to that in. Okay. Oh, and Sonia, Nicole has put a link for you in. Okay. Oh, that was your question. So Orange County RealTaxDeed.com is the best place to find tax deeds in Orlando. Yeah, if you just go to realauction.com and you could get there from there as well. And you could see all the counties that do deed sales on realtaxdeed.com. You just go to realtaxdeed.com and you'll see all the counties in Florida that do deed sales. Okay. You're welcome. All right. Any other questions? And thank you guys for the hearts and the thumbs up, for the loves and the likes. Thank you. Okay. And Nicole just put in the link for you to register for tomorrow's coaching call. I'm opening up to everybody. It's usually only for Tax Lien Profits Accelerator members. All right. But tomorrow I'm opening up to everybody so you guys can see one of the benefits of being a member of the Tax Lien Profits Accelerator. Of course I'll be doing it. That's what I do. In the members coaching call. Or were you talking about something else, Joe, when you said, will you be going to? Were you talking about the member training tomorrow or something else? Oh, will I be going to Lake County, Indiana, upcoming tax sale? I missed the commissioner's sale because they did it online. And I got a client ready for the sale, and then he missed some kind of deadline. They made it pretty difficult. And he missed some kind of deadline and he wasn't able to go to bid. And I don't know whether they'll be doing this one online or live. I really haven't looked into it. I normally don't go to the regular tax lien sale in Lake, but the commissioner's sale, which I guess happens in the spring. So it should happen again this year. And I don't know if they're going to have it live or online this time. Last time they did finally do it. They wanted to do it live. They usually do it live. Last time they did wind up doing it online. If it's live, I think it's worth it to go. Yeah, if it's live. I don't know how they're going to do it yet live, because they do pack a lot of people into the auditorium for that. Let's see. Oh, Marilyn, you're welcome. You're welcome. Okay. And for the other online sales, there's different places that you register for them depending on what state it is and what kind of sale it is. Going back to Arnaldo's question before about where do you register for online sales. And by the way, Montgomery County, which is the only county in PA, I think there's another county too that went online, but I forget which one it was. They used an auction site. I don't even remember the name of it, but they used an auction site that does other auctions as well. And they're doing their sheriff auctions right now, the foreclosure auctions. Okay, Joe says he likes to go to the spring one, which is the commissioner's sale, which I agree. I like that as well because the redemption period is only 4 months, 120 days. So, but you do have to hire an attorney. Okay, Bucks and Montgomery did it online. Okay, Tom. Yeah. How did that go? How did I did look into the Montgomery and Bucks County sale. How did that go? There was another sale that was postponed in one of those counties that are nearby. I thought one of those was postponed. But I know there was another county near Bucks and Montgomery that was postponed. I don't know until when. And Eric is asking the reason why you need an attorney with the commissioner sales in Indiana. Actually, you need an attorney in Indiana, period. And the same thing in Illinois. And that's because those two states are not like Arizona and Florida and New Jersey and Colorado, where you really don't need an attorney. In Florida, you don't need an attorney at all, basically. But in those other states, you don't need an attorney until you actually have to foreclose on something. But in Indiana and Illinois, the tax collector doesn't do the noticing. You, the tax lien holder, have to do the noticing, and it's got to be done right. Every T crossed, every I dotted according to the state law, or you can lose your right to the property, lose your investment. Okay. So I do recommend getting an attorney. In Indiana, the attorney fees are paid back on the redemption, and they are limited. So each county has the own amount they'll pay, and the attorneys know that, and that's what they'll charge. Okay. All right, that you do need it. The first thing that I did with my client when we got some liens at the Lake County sale, not this past year, the year before that, is we went right to the attorney with the liens and hired him. Okay. And by the way, at that Lake County sale, they did have 4 attorneys speak before they began the sale. So you had you could go up to any one of those attorneys and ask them. But we had one already that we had talked to before we even went to the sale. Do I buy vacant land? I don't like. Well, there's some people that do that. They buy vacant land, and some people will sell it on owner financing and make cash flow that way. I personally don't do that, but that is a good strategy. It is a good strategy. I don't do it here in PA. I do like buying liens on vacant land that are built, but you have to do more due diligence. And I do like liens on building lots. Okay, but they have to, and I've bought them in New Jersey. I bought them in Arizona. Where else have I bought liens on building lots? Those are the only places that I personally bought them, but I've had clients buy them in Mississippi. So I do like liens on building lots, okay, or lots that you can build on, which you have to do more due diligence to make sure of that, okay. And in Florida, they're good as well. Some places you have to be careful, though. There is more due diligence that you have to do. Yeah, Delaware was postponed and later canceled, Tom says. Yeah, there was a sale. One, and there's only 3 or 4 counties in Delaware. I think there's 3 counties. One of them did have something scheduled for December and they canceled it. And that's what's been happening in Pennsylvania as well. Where can I find liens on vacant lot to purchase? What state, Eric? What state are you talking about? What's the best way to get started in Florida? Liens or deeds? Natalie. Thank you for being here, Natalie. Tawana is looking in Florida. Eric, PA. And let me see, what was your question? Where can we find liens on vacant land to purchase? Not in PA. Deed state. Sorry. Got to go to New Jersey. You'll find them in New Jersey. Let's see. Tawana is in Florida. You could find them in Florida as well. You have to be careful in Florida. I wouldn't buy too many in the same development. They have some kind of law about that in Florida, that you can't own too many lots in the same development. So I would just not buy more than 2 in the same development. I mean, and you could get deeds or liens. You're probably better off getting the liens, because by the time it goes to deed sale, a lot of times there's just as much owed as the property might be worth if it's just land, depending on where it is, though. But yeah, you could find them in deed sales all the time. And the lien sales in Florida don't happen until May, but deed sales are going on now. Lien sales in New Jersey are going on now, but they'll probably be shut down. The ones for the rest of the year, I know they're going to be shutting down soon if they didn't already in New Jersey. They will be shutting down before the holiday, I'm sure. I have a cousin who works in a township in New Jersey, so I pretty much know what's going on there. And she has told me that they are planning to shut down. And when I say shut down, I mean the township office, the township offices, once they shut down, they're not having that tax sale. Okay. All right. So if there's no more questions, I am going to say goodbye and happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, because I won't be here next week to say Happy New Year. So Happy New Year to everybody. Don't forget about that Investing for Success conference on the 6th. I will see you before that, I think. Will I? Yeah, because the 6th is a Wednesday, so I'll see you the day before on the 5th. That's the next time I'll see you in this Facebook Live. But don't forget, I do one on Thursday too, and we've got the member training tomorrow that you're all invited to join. All right, and you're welcome. You're welcome, Tom, and everybody else. I'm happy to be able to answer those questions for you. Bring them on in 2 weeks as well, okay? Our Facebook Live on Thursday, by the way, is not Ask the Tax Lien Lady Live like this one. You don't just get to ask me your questions. In that, I do a mini training. And I do a mini training on, I've asked this question: what is your biggest challenge with investing in tax liens or tax deeds? So the answers that I get to that from my email and in the Investing for Success group, I do a training on the answer to one of those challenges. So that's what I'll be doing on Thursday. And Claudia, you're welcome. And thank you, Natalie. Happy holidays to you too. And goodbye, everybody. Have a wonderful new year and enjoy your holiday season. Bye.